If you're anything like me, some mornings you wake up and you think to yourself, man, I don't know if today is going to be my day. It seems like a lot of problems are happening. I'm worried about what's happening in the future. And then that leads to anxiety, and that leads to having a short fuse or temper. At least that's how I feel sometimes. And over the past year working from home, I think that that's been amplified. And for those of you who have been working from home as well, you probably know what I'm talking about. I wake up in the room right back there, 20 feet behind me, probably 15 feet. I take a nice long hot shower, I make my coffee, and then I sit down at my desk right behind me and I say, okay, I'm gonna work for the next 10 to 12 hours. A lot of problems are probably gonna present themselves, and it's just gonna be hard. And it's hard to get past that. And I feel like that mindset of almost being reactive and being on the defensive is carried out throughout the day, and it just leads to a lot of resistance and make the days harder. And I feel like that has been put on display as of recently for me. So I said, you know what? I need a morning routine. I need more structure. I need to face initial difficulty in the morning, such as working out or doing some sort of routine, so that I can have more structure throughout my day. I used to be really disciplined in the past. I've read this book by Tim Ferriss, Tools of Titans, multiple times. And the key takeaway is that the most successful among us have a lot of structure throughout their day. In particular, in their mornings, they have very consistent, disciplined routines, because when you wake up and you get that initial victory of, hey, I overcame something difficult, such as working out, such as taking a cold shower, such as meditating, whatever it may be, throughout the rest of the day, when you have those small mundane tasks, such as I do in software sales, doing prospecting, making cold calls, it's much easier to do it because you've already faced that resistance you put yourself through. And when you work out to start the day, you're so much more incentivized to then say, you know what, I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm not gonna go eat that bag of Skittles or that chocolate bar, because if you woke up late, you went out the night before, you're already feeling bad, then it's going to be much easier to do the bad, negative habits that lead to self-destruction. That's why in today's video, I want to talk about the importance of a morning routine and my personal morning routine that I've been doing for the last 6 days. And yes, I always track it on a Post-it note. That's how I drive accountability. And that's the thing you're going to face most, is the initial pushback. In your head, you're going to be thinking, right now, you probably have a little bit of dopamine and thinking, man, what would my life look like if I actually had a morning routine? If I had more structure throughout my day, you would become so much more successful. You would probably get in better shape. It would probably lead to a higher quality of life. And that gets you excited to think about the art of the possibility. And then when Monday comes around, you may actually do what you want to do. And then Tuesday, Wednesday carries around and you say, man, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep in. It's just so hard. So how do you get past that? So really what I did was I said, you know what? I'm not going to wait until it's a better time. I think it's really easy to project forward, to get excited about what you want to accomplish and say, I'm not ready today. I'll be ready at the start of next month. I'll be ready once I hit this age. I'll be ready once I move into that new place, whatever it may be. The secret is that the time is now, and the longer you put off, the more time you're ultimately wasting. So I finally had that realization. I have these realizations every so often, and I say, you know what, no more. I'm fed up. I don't like the way my life's going. I need to improve it. And that's why I adopted a morning routine. And I'm going to talk about what my morning routine actually is and how it's actually impacted my life. But first, if you're trying to find more productive habits in your life, if you're trying to improve, make sure to drop a like below in support of my journey. And also, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, so I'd really appreciate it. When we look at my morning routine right here, there's really 3 core items. It's, I'm not necessarily happy with my body, so I want to do more core. I want to try and get abs per se, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want that as well, and it's very elusive, it's very hard to do. So really my morning routine was around, hey, I need to get a workout in as soon as I wake up. It's so hard to work, and then in the evening you're hungry, but then you say I want to work out, and it's just a lot of conflict of interest. So what I do is on the days when I go on a run, which is Tuesday and Thursday, I wake up at 5:15 a.m. As soon as I wake up, I put on my running shoes and I go run. Something I read in a book on habits is you need cues around you. You need triggers that help incentivize the behavior. So what I do is I lay out my workout clothes on the floor right down below my bed. So as soon as I wake up, my phone's actually across the room, so it forces me to get out of bed. I see my clothes and I say, oh, I don't want to do it. The clothes are there though. I feel terrible. Feels like a bus just hit me head on, but I'm going to go do it anyway. And that's really helped me start to run. And then on the days I don't run, I wake up around 6:15. And what I do is I do a core routine and I stretch. I by no means have washboard abs. I by no means even know what to do. But I think just the art of consistency of actually laying down, I have a yoga mat, just sitting on my ground. If you were to go in my room right now, there's a yoga mat covering up half of the walking area in my room. And I sit down and I do a little bit of abs just to make myself feel like, hey, I'm doing something. I've got out of bed. I'm being productive. And then I take a quick shower. And explicitly on my note card, less than 5-minute shower. Something that has, in my eyes, held me back is I take like 20-minute showers. Because it wakes me up, it feels really good in the mornings when you take just a piping hot shower. So what I'm trying to do is take less than 5-minute showers. It's much easier said than done. That's just something I've always struggled with. So I wake up, I either work out or I stretch or I do some abs. I take a less than 5-minute shower. And then the key item on the list, meditate. I meditate for 20 minutes each morning. I even did it this morning at the time of this recording on a Saturday. I've done it for 6 days in a row. I actually meditated for about 1.5 years, and it had a positive impact on my life. It also, when we think about a routine standpoint, it gets you in the routine of slowing down. Rather than speeding up, checking your email, checking notifications, being reactive, it helps me be more proactive because I sit down and I go, and I sit down for 20 minutes straight and I breathe and I work through the issues that are going in my head until my head goes quiet. That's what you want. You want to be able to be alone, and you want your head and your mind to stop racing. You want it to be quiet because that leads to you feeling more calm and more peace in your life and harmony. And I think that that's what it's all about. And you got to meditate consistently for weeks on end to really start to change the brain chemistry in your mind, to start to, I was reading about it, it's the gray matter, it's something you can impact, and it really helps with patience, it helps with decision making, it helps you step back, and when you have that problem throughout the day that comes in and you say, man, this really sucks, why me, you feel the victim mentality, it helps you take a step back and say, this happened, how do I react? How do we solve it? What do we do going forward? And that's the impact it's had on me. So what I do is I have a post-it note sitting on my desk, and I track each day, and I write down the date, and I put a check mark. As soon as I sit down at my desk, I will have just done my morning routine. And it's the reinforcing trigger to myself of trying to keep myself accountable. And I felt a lot better throughout the day. I've also cut out coffee, which has helped give me a lot more energy throughout the day. So I find myself being more productive, being happier, less anxious, and more calm and peace of mind as a result of this morning routine. So I would highly advise you to stop waiting and to figure out what is a good morning routine for you and why aren't you doing it, and go put it in place today. I wish you the best of luck with it. Make sure to subscribe now if you haven't already to continue following along with this channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your morning routine is. And then of course, if you have any questions, you can drop them down below or connect with me on LinkedIn. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.